Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. I feel like this is a very long needed life update / chit chat video, and I want it to be very chill. I want to vlog a little bit but mostly talk, and there are a lot of things that I need to tell you to update you on what's happening in my life, because I recorded the vlogs that I posted like a month ago, so things have changed. Let's start with something positive. First of all, my other half is in Argentina, so I've been spending most of my time with him, actually all of my time with him, which has been amazing. He also brought me my favorite things from Berlin, from oat milk to coffee to vegan cheese. Not that that's important. It's just nice to get something from a place that I really love and miss. Second update is that I have new hair. I didn't style it this morning, so it's kind of all over the place, but basically I cut it. I don't know if it's interesting, guys, but I'm obsessed with it, honestly. I cut it from here to here, which is a lot, and also went back to my natural hair color, which is brown, but it's still a little bit reddish here. So that's something new, and I can't stop playing with it because I finally feel like myself. I've been wanting to do a change in my appearance for a very long time now. Another update is that I'm going through a very heavy identity crisis right now, and that's the primary reason why I wanted to make this video. I think many of you can relate, and also just because it's a very big thing that's happening to me right now, so that might affect the way I present myself or my videos. Okay, it is very hot outside, but I'm also nervous, so I'm turning this back on. The first month that I was in Buenos Aires was amazing. I was loving the weather, meeting people, and I was on top of my classes. I was doing my work. I found some places that I really liked in the city, and I felt that I got it, you know? Like, life is great. I have all the energy. I wake up early in the morning. I do all those things, and about a month ago, something completely changed. I just had such low energy. I just wanted to sleep all day. I was sad a lot. Like, of course, I was happy some days, but sometimes those waves of sadness and depression would just hit me, and I'll be walking down the street and all of a sudden I would just burst out into tears, and I would just start noticing things around me that made me feel even worse. I think that there's no one world out there. I think there are 7 billion worlds, because all of us perceive reality differently, we process it differently. I think a lot of it is in the head, and all my life, or most of my life, I always felt like I'm this positive person and that I derive a lot of my value from my happiness. So the last month I've been really just not feeling like myself, because I just don't understand, why am I unhappy, you know? So freaking unhappy. I have all of the things that should make me happy. It's like, if I look at it from the outside, it's great, you know, but on the inside it's just so empty, and I just don't get why. If you guys remember how in Harry Potter Voldemort split his soul into 7 Horcruxes, it's an awful analogy, but that's kind of how I feel, because I think by moving so much, and this is what, the 5th country I've been living in, which is insane. I'm 21. I'm really grateful that I get to do this, because that's all I wanted, right? But I think I really underestimated the weight that it comes with, and I feel like by moving every single time, I just left a piece of my soul there, and I keep splitting and splitting and splitting it until I'm like, who the hell am I? I didn't use Avada Kedavra to do that. Don't worry. I don't think I felt this bad for years. Maybe in the first semester of Minerva, but that's just because it was so stressful and I was burnt out. But this is different, because back then I knew this is what I'm gonna do for the next 4 years, and yay, I'm excited. It might be difficult right now, but I'm so excited. Versus now, when I'm at the end of my 3rd year at Minerva, it's kind of like, I've changed so much. I've gone through so much. I don't know if I can move again, because it's just a lot of instability, and I kind of can't wait to graduate. So specifically this time, I lived in Moscow for 4 months with my family, and then I was in Berlin for 4 months, and now I'm in Argentina, right? And so I feel like so many things changed so fast. I think Moscow was my comfort zone. Berlin was the perfect balance between being in your comfort zone but also outside, because I saw my boyfriend every day, and I had my room, and four of my best friends visited me when I was in Berlin, and I just felt kind of homey, you know? And I didn't have to spend so much of my energy trying to adapt. And now that I'm in Buenos Aires, it's like all of that is stripped down. And there's this question, well, who are you without your family near? Who are you without your close friends with you? Who are you without your partner? Without all the things that you're used to? Who are you without the things that you love to do? Because I kind of stopped doing what I love to do, apart from YouTube probably. So I think I've isolated myself a little bit, well, a lot over the last month. And because I have been feeling this way, I had multiple breakdowns, as I said, when I would just burst into tears in the street. And there was one particular time when it was really bad. It was like a week or 2 ago. I was near my home and I was going to a coffee shop and I just started bowling. I couldn't stop. I called my parents and we talked for like an hour. I don't know how to describe this feeling, but like I really wanted to be home. I really wanted a hug from my parents. I wanted to just be in my bed, which is weird because the first time I moved out of my parents' house was when I was 15. So I should have gotten used to this by now. But yeah, I was just crying for a while and my mom just said, if you want, you can just buy a ticket tomorrow and just come home. Like tonight, just get on the plane and come home. And that possibility I just didn't even see it before, and I realized that no one's holding me back here. Given that I love Argentina, I love being here, I love this weather, I love the people and culture and stuff. It's not about that, right? It's about the mental state and it's about what's happening in my head and in my heart. And when she said that, I was like, oh my gosh, I could just go home and leave Argentina early. It is drastic, but I will still be able to take my classes because they're on the laptop. So I'm still considering that possibility of just going home early if I don't feel better, but we'll see. So I just wanted to put that out there. And if any of you are going through things that maybe you don't understand, but you still feel heavy on your heart, and if you feel lonely or just lost, it's okay. It's totally valid. I feel like another thing that I really would appreciate more is if I myself recognize it as something like real and serious, and that it requires time and care and being gentle on yourself. Okay, now onto positive things. Let's just cleanse our energy real quick. A few things I want to say that are extremely amazing is that we just hit 14,000 subscribers on this YouTube channel, which makes me so happy because I've been uploading every single week for the last, ironically, month, and it's honestly one of the only things that makes me happy this time, and I'm just so grateful. So thank you guys for watching and for subscribing and for commenting. It just means so much to me. I just can't even describe to you, so thank you. Another cool thing is that I really want to organize a meetup in Buenos Aires soon, maybe in 2 or 3 weeks. I know that school starts for many of you, so I'm gonna do it on the weekend. If you have any ideas of what you would like it to be, please let me know in the comments. Also, I'm not sure if everyone will be able to come to one meetup, so I'll probably do multiple if it goes well. I'm really excited about that. I hope you guys are too. Let me know. And another cool thing that I want to say is that I went to Uruguay, to a small town called Colonia. I'm trying to do like a Spanish accent, but I don't think it's even working. I went to a small town called Colonia. Yeah, that even sounds worse. Basically, went to Uruguay. First time I dreamed of going to Uruguay was in 2010 when I saw Diego Forlan playing as a forward for the Uruguay team and that they were the 4th. I was such a huge fan, and I can't believe that 10 years later I made that dream come true. It was a lovely time, very restful, very peaceful, so really happy about that. Okay, now that we're done with updates, I want to respond to some of the comments that you guys left. One of the most common one was about staring. I just wanted to clarify something because I did not make it clear. I'm sorry. When I talked about people staring at me, I meant it in the context of catcalling. I just didn't include some details because they're disturbing to me when I was explaining it. So if I mean someone staring in the context of catcalling, I don't mean just someone looking curiously or being friendly or something, because that's totally normal. People can stare. I don't care. I mean it when someone's looking at particular body parts, or there's like additional whistling, or the thing I hate the most is this kissing sound. I don't like it. I don't think it's respectful. It just makes me feel unsafe as a woman. Men experience that too. In some parts of the world, that's also completely not okay. So that's what I meant by staring. I'm sorry I didn't make it clear. Also, I'm not American, I'm Russian. I think my accent makes me seem like I'm American. If I talked like that, maybe people would believe that I'm Russian, but I just don't talk like that. So I am Russian, probably not as privileged as you think I am. In general, thank you to all the porteños for your advice about Buenos Aires. And now I wanted to feature a comment, as I promised to you, under the video where I talked about what I learned from living around the world. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. And that's a comment by Samuel de Layet. I totally butchered your name, I'm sorry. I just want to read out one part of it that says, "There's something I learned from a Brazilian writer, Clarice Lispector, which is to live is to be constantly running risks. And every time I'm afraid of doing something new or having to solve a problem here away from my family, I just think about how sad it would be if I didn't take risks and just kept living the same routine every day of my life. And I guess this makes me want to keep going and experiencing the opportunities that the universe presents me with." Thank you so much for sharing. I think I really need this right now. And thank you to all of you who left your stories. It was wonderful to read them. I think this is the end of the talking part. Today's Sunday, and I just want to include a very chill vlog after this. I'm actually meeting in half an hour the woman who's kind of the reason why I applied to Minerva, because I met her in Moscow years ago. So I'm gonna go in a second, but before I do, thank you guys so much for listening and for being so kind. It's a very humbling experience to go through all of this for me right now, because I feel like I lost myself. But it's also good because now I can have more of like a blank slate, remember all the things that make me happy and redefine who I am, which is completely normal, and it's probably much better to live life this way. You know, when you reassess who you are once in a while, I just wish it wasn't this hard in the moment. I am taking steps to feel better, just so you guys know. I had one meeting with the psychologist/counselor, and I'm going again next week. I'm also not forgetting about voicing what I'm grateful for, and there are also some other things that I'm thinking of doing that I hope will help me, and if they work, I will make a video about it. Thank you so much. I love you. Okay, let's go now. I'm ready. Let's go.
I'm in the mood for
love. Guys, you can't see her, but this is the person that told me about Minerva. Thank you so much. Thank you. That's it?
Try if it's cold enough.
Okay. More higher. No finger.
There's
I
no
can
finger.
see your. It's really important. Make your bed. Will I spill something or not? What do you think? I will? You're really not even talking? You don't even want your voice to be on camera?
I'm in the mood for love. I'm in the mood for love. Simply because you're near me.